All right, Shalom, Shalom. We are back with part six of the series, the Gregorian versus the lunar or ecclesiastical calendar. Now, before I go any further into more witnesses substantiating that this so called holiday is actually pagan in origin, we're going to touch on our main topic here, the Gregorian versus the lunar or ecclesiastical calendar. Now, it's public knowledge and well known that this time of year is called by many the Passover, which includes the Passover feast and the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which lasts for 7 days, which we're actually in the last day of that Feast of Unleavened Bread right now. But there's a discrepancy here. In this Gregorian calendar, we're in the fourth month, but the scriptures make a different statement concerning Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And we're going to get that. Let's touch on the base subject here before we get back to our witnesses. The base subject, the Gregorian calendar versus the lunar / ecclesiastical calendar. Now this is the fourth month of the Gregorian calendar year, which normally and ordinarily consists of Passover and this so-called holiday with the eggs and the chocolate rabbits. But let's see what the scriptures say about that, right? First, let's go to Leviticus chapter 23, right? Leviticus chapter 23. And look at the discrepancies in the calendars here. Leviticus 28, Leviticus 26, Leviticus chapter 23. And we'll start at verse 4. Leviticus chapter 23 and 4. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month, that says in the first month, in the 14th day of the first month at even is the Most High's Passover. Now, as a witness, not only for myself, but you can turn on NBC on the news and CNN, and they'll tell you that this is the time of the Passover. But they won't acknowledge the fact that it's not according to scripture or not according to their calendar, because it says here in Leviticus 23, in the 14th day of the first month at even is the Most High's Passover. But if we look at our calendar, Passover started at the end of the third month. And now the Feast of Unleavened Bread is carrying into the fourth month. There's a discrepancy here. Is there a touch of the doctrines and traditions of men here? Is there a touch of a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge? Is there a touch of vainly worshiping Yahweh Shai, teaching for the doctrines of men? It appears so. So let's read that again. Leviticus 23 and 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Most High's Passover. So touching on the base topic, that tells you right here that the month that we're in is really and actually and truthfully the first month of the year. Verse 6. On the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread unto the Most High. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. And this day, actually at sundown today, was started the 7th day of this feast, which will make it the last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So we see here we have the discrepancy touching on our base topic of the video series, the Gregorian versus the lunar or ecclesiastical calendar. The Most High's calendar, this is the first month of the year, but according to the Gregorian calendar, it's the fourth month of the year. So who's accurate? Is it the doctrine of or the doctrine and traditions of man, or is it the word of the Most High? Of course, it's the word of the Most High. So okay, so let's take this even. Let's take this even further. Let's go to Exodus chapter 12. Let's get another witness on this. Let's go to Exodus chapter 12. And we'll start at verse 1. In Exodus chapter 12 is the Most High instructing Moshe on how to instruct Yasharal on how to conduct the first Passover. So let's see what he says. Exodus 12 and verse 1, and the Most High spake unto Moshe and Aharon in the land of Mitzrayim, or which is Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Right? Speak ye all to the congregation of Yasharal, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And we see here that he's beginning to describe the first Passover. And Passover just occurred last week, which was the 15th day of the first month of the lunar or ecclesiastical calendar. But yet, it was the third month of the Gregorian calendar. So who's right? Of course, it's the Most High. And we'll go over that again. Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses and Moshe and Aharon in the land of Mitzrayim, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Yasharal, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house, which were the initial instructions for conducting the first Passover. So, right there we have a discrepancy. Who do you believe is right? The traditions of man, according to men's traditions and philosophies, having this zeal not according to knowledge, but vainly worshiping Yahweh, teaching the doctrines of men. Let's go. Let's get another precept. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 6. I'm sorry, let's get Deuteronomy chapter 16. Deuteronomy chapter 16 and verse 1. Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover unto the Most High thy power. For in the month of Abib, the Most High thy power brought thee forth out of Mitzrayim by night. So we're obviously in the month of Abib because we just had Passover, and this is the last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So this is actually the month of Abib, the first day, or Salak, the first month of the year. Now you reason within yourself. Ecclesiasticus 27 and 5, the judgment of man is within his own reasoning, or in his reasoning, in his intent, his way of thinking. Reason within yourself. Who's more accurate? Is it the doctrine or traditions of man who vainly worship Yahweh Shai and his father in Shamayim, the Most High, who created us all, not according to knowledge, but according to men's traditions? Or is it the actual word of the Most High? As for me and my house, we will serve the Most High. Because I believe the word of the Most High is truer than men's philosophies and traditions. But be ye your own judge. And I'll just drop that seed out there because I would like everyone to be in good graces with the Most High. Because I have, I have love for you. So I would want you to be in the good graces of the Most High. And I drop these seeds out of love. Hopefully that you get in the good graces of the Most High. But this will conclude part 6 of the series, the Gregorian calendar versus the ecclesiastical calendar. We'll come back with part 7, getting more witnesses backing up the pagan origin of this so-called holiday. See you in part 7. That's right. 4, 5, 6, yeah. Part 7.